Welcome into Green Live, everybody. It's been a while. We're happy to be back. First live of 2024. We hope you guys enjoyed all these college championship games and Monday night a doubleheader with Buffalo. How are you guys doing today? Wyatt, you're joining us from the car again today, brother.
Yes, apologies, everyone. We haven't been live for a while, so I didn't want to miss out. But yeah, some car troubles, some dog troubles, the whole shebang. But I didn't want to miss it. I was interested to hear about what you guys are saying about footballs, and have a couple bets I also like tonight. So yeah, apologies for the quality. But we just wanted to be here with you guys.
Yeah, I'm happy to be back. Ben, we were talking just a little bit before we got on here. Five weeks off of the live, so feels weird to get back to it, but yeah, I'm excited to finally be back and kind of get rolling with the new year here.
Absolutely, guys. Big weekend in football. Both of our teams advanced to the Final Four of the NFL. How are you guys feeling as Lions fans? We're waiting for that playoff victory, and now you guys get two of them, both home victories. How are you guys feeling?
Yeah, I don't even know. It's just like uncharted territory. I have to say, I was way more pumped about the wild card win than I was the divisional. I think it was just getting that monkey off your back. You know, the no playoff wins in 32 years. That one felt so good. I thought maybe that's how every playoff win felt. I was still pumped yesterday with Detroit's win over Tampa, but something about getting that first one when you haven't had it in so long was awesome. Yeah, I was talking to my dad earlier today, and we were talking a year and a half ago. Detroit was sitting with like a 1-8 record, looking like another lost year before winning like 8 or 9 straight or whatever they did. Maybe they weren't 1-8, but a terrible record before they reeled off a ton of wins and actually made something of themselves last year. And now we're in the NFC Championship game. So it's one of those quick turnarounds that I've kind of been hoping and praying for years and never thought it would happen to Detroit. And we're living it. So I'm pumped.
Yeah, it's crazy that we went, 32 years or something without a playoff win, and then now we've made it to the NFC Championship before the Dallas Cowboys. So, just crazy how things work. I'm very nervous. I think it was a huge advantage. We saw home field, especially for Detroit. Ford Field was popping. So that was crazy, and I think that really helped them get past both the Rams and the Bucks. Obviously, they're still playoff teams, but I just think they're going to be on a different level this weekend with San Fran. So definitely going to be a big game. I kind of like being the underdog for Detroit. I kind of think that's their motto all year. So finally, we're an underdog in the playoffs. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if our season ends this weekend.
Any other thoughts you guys had from this last divisional card weekend?
Well, one thing I'll say, Ben, I know you're going to get into the Chiefs game a little bit. For those that watched Intentional Lounging last week, Ben and I did have a head-to-head bet. I was trying to get my hands on that Josh Allen signed photo. Unfortunately, Josh Allen chose to not hit Stephon Diggs underneath and went for the long ball. And one thing led to another. It didn't work out. So my deal to Ben was to buy a Mahomes shirt, and we did decide it had to be Mahomes. Ben, I tried my best. I went to the store. They usually have Mahomes like jersey shirts there. Did not have it, so I hope this does it for you. But there's the Chiefs.
I'll take it.
Maybe Allie can put a little 15 and Mahomes on the back of it someday. But yeah. So congrats to you. Well, yeah, there's my pay up there.
Ethan, you look good in red, buddy.
Yeah, wings, baby. Go Red Wings.
Yeah, the Ravens look pretty good. The Ravens might be the team to beat. That's going to be a great matchup between Ravens and Chiefs. I know we're going to get into it quickly here, but the Bills-Chiefs game, it was just like we thought it was going to be back and forth. I thought the under was the play all week, and that son of a gun was so obvious to go over, and it hit. And it just sucks when a bet that public, that obvious hits, especially if I know me and Ethan, that's kind of our motto, is to take the non-obvious play. So that was unfortunate. But San Fran, on the other hand, I know I was just talking up San Fran. They looked very beatable. And Brock Purdy was struggling. Debo is questionable. I know they're pretty much better in every single position than Detroit, but they looked like they struggled a bit. So as much as I think Detroit's outmatched, it was kind of good to see San Fran looks beatable in the playoffs. So there is hope. There is hope. But yeah, these last 4 games or last 4 teams, both games should be great this upcoming weekend. So I'm super excited to watch those.
Absolutely, man. I think like looking at that 49ers game, on paper they just seem so unbeatable, and I believe they were me and Ethan's Super Bowl winning team pick. I mean, you guys got to be feeling kind of good after that game. I know we're worried about San Fran, but I think the Lions actually have a chance versus what we thought maybe to like before the playoffs started.
I agree, and correct me if I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure the 3 losses San Fran has this year, or sorry, the 3-game losing streak before they went and lost to Baltimore, I believe Debo was out for all 3 of those games, and now Debo is like 50-50 questionable this week, so that could be huge. I mean, he's gonna cause matchups for our secondary if he plays. So if he's out, that's huge. But I also just have to say, I mean, San Fran didn't look great, but I honestly, like, I don't know. I kind of think Green Bay was the scariest team literally in the playoffs, like on both sides, NFC, AFC, just because they were overachieving and just I don't know. They have weapons all over that offense. Their defense wasn't bad, and they were just kind of playing on a free roll. So yeah, I mean, they didn't look great. I don't know. I just feel like maybe Green Bay is even better than what we maybe give them credit for. I think I'm already looking at probably betting on Green Bay next year. I think they're unfortunately going to be really good.
Yeah, they were. I agree. I did not. Well, I didn't really want to play either the Niners or the Packers, but I guess that's how the playoffs work. You don't really want to. All the teams are good now, but yeah, the Packers are really finding their stride at the right moment, and they just beat us and actually slaughtered us in the most recent matchup between us. Um, so yeah, I mean, I guess if the Packers would have won that, I would have been very scared. I think I probably would have been more scared, as opposed to a Niners team that looked beatable. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I'm excited. I'm excited. Detroit's there. It's a great time to be a Detroit fan, Michigan fan. It's a great time, except if you are an owner of a car in the Batdorf household, or if you want a good night's sleep. Not a great time aspect.
You know, a couple, I think maybe dirty diapers might have took some wind out of my sails for the live, but as the new Lions dynasty that's coming up, let me give you guys a little bit of a look ahead to what you guys have to look forward to. You know, dealing with I just remember crying after the Colts playoff game, man. Andrew Luck fumbles it, picks it up, dives in. Jamal Charles goes out. DJ goes out. Steelers beat us with only field goals, no touchdowns, and we're just like the one and done Chiefs. Up until even 6 years ago, even when we went to the AFC Championship for that first time, lost to Tom Brady. We'd always lose to Tom Brady in the playoffs. We had 4 good years. And the very first year against San Fran, everybody wanted the Chiefs to win. And San Fran was just kind of like the other team. And then everybody's arguing, oh, they're not a dynasty. They're not a dynasty. So, like, they just got lucky that one year. Now, flash forward to now. And, I mean, everybody just, like, hates the Chiefs so much. And, like, out of my entire life, we've been good for 5 years. And, like, all those years that you were a fan of Matt Castle getting the first overall pick because we just freaking suck and we get Eric Fisher, like the worst draft ever. I mean, think 5 years from now, if the Lions are really good, that could be you guys, man. You guys are right there. You guys are on the doorstep. You guys are America's team right now. If you guys pick the Super Bowl, everybody's going to be rooting for you guys. Everybody, including me.
Yeah, I think we can only hope for it. I mean, yeah, you haven't been a good team the last 5 years. You've been a great team. 3 Super Bowls, 2 Super Bowl victories, 6 straight AFC championships. So I mean, yeah, I get there's a lot of hate that comes with it, but part of the territory. No one likes the top dog. So yeah, God, if Detroit goes, if they're the next dynasty, I don't even know. I'd be so pumped. But I guess I'm nervous about what Green Bay is about to do. So I don't know. I hope.
Yeah, I don't really have a whole lot to say there. I would love for Detroit to be a dynasty, honestly, but yeah, we were talking over messages earlier, and yeah, I'm just if it's not my team winning, and if it's like a consistent, like I'll never be a Lakers fan. I'll never be a Celtics fan. Like I just like different things. I like the underdog story, and I get it. Like probably, I mean, bringing in college football, Michigan by far was the most hated team this year, and I loved it. I loved every single second. I loved every comment I got on a TikTok or a tweet or something like that. And I loved being the bad guy. And Detroit was kind of playing that villain role until they got good. And now they're just kind of like, people are like, wow, they're good. This is a great story. But yeah, if they continue to do this for a couple years down the road, they easily could turn into that team that really is the villain and people hate. But again, I hope that happens. And yeah, I mean, hell, a Super Bowl in our first ever Super Bowl. God, I'm here for it. But yeah, if we continue doing it, bring on the hate. I'm here for it.
What do I think that going into this weekend I think we're gonna have really good games. I really do. I think that all 4 teams deserve to be there. I think that we're gonna get a pretty competitive games on both sides. What do you guys think about that? Like this upcoming weekend? Excited?
I gotta go hand up really quick just because I have to bring this up. For whatever reason, Rams fans on Twitter, which I clicked on one dude shitting on Detroit. Now that's all I get is Rams people ripping on
Right.
Detroit. Whatever, they're a little salty. I don't fully agree with Boo and Stafford. Whatever. For some reason, Vikings fans are getting involved, which I've never had a problem with Vikings fans. But again, I click on one now. That's all that's popping up on Twitter. And I just have to say, one Vikings fan out there was shitting on Detroit for beating a 10-win Rams team at home and a 9-win Bucs team at home to get to the NFC Championship. They were basically writing off Detroit for some bum-ass wins. And I just want to remind that guy, if he's watching, he's not, but if he is, your team was 13-4 last year, and you lost at home to the 10-7 Giants. So I don't know why what gives Minnesota a big mouth to talk right now. Didn't make the playoffs, but just thought it was kind of funny that Minnesota fans are so quick to jump over and talk shit about 2 easy wins when they couldn't even get past the Giants last year as a 13-win team.
Yeah. I hate Twitter, man. You click on one thing. That's all you're gonna see going forward. And I'm guilty of that too. Seeing a lot of deleted tweets. A lot of deleted tweets out there. Jesse Morse looking at you, Mr. Famous Doctor guy. Noticed a couple of your tweets are missing. A couple other people out there, I won't say them by name, but it's just really funny. I don't like, for us, especially you, Ethan, you're really good about this. If you have a take that, not a good take, you'll even retweet it and be like, well, I was wrong here. Like, there's just so many cowards on Twitter that just talk their shit, and then if they're not right, they delete it, and that just drives me crazy. You guys have anything else about last round or this upcoming round?
Yeah, I mean, I'll talk a little bit about the upcoming round, but I will just say, yeah, I mean, if you tweet it, stand by it. If anything, just tweet more and bury it rather than deleting it. That's probably the worst thing you can do. But yeah, no, this round should be great. Yeah, I think San Fran 6.5, 7.5 point favorite. Baltimore 3.5 last I checked. So yeah, I think it's 2 competitive games. Yeah, I mean, I kind of wrote off the Chiefs. I just didn't think they had what it took to get it done, and they obviously beat Buffalo, who I was super high on. To me, they were the second best team left, in my opinion, last week. and kind of weeks prior. So I was wrong on them. It makes me a little bit nervous about backing Baltimore this week. So I still need to look in, and we're going to do the whole intentional rounding show. So I'm not going to get too deep into where I'm leaning, what I like. Obviously rooting for the Lions, but I also do win a lot of money if San Fran wins. So it's kind of a win-win situation there for me. And I guess just as a Lions fan, all I can hope for is we don't get blown out and we don't get screwed over on a controversial like Dallas type of call. As long as that doesn't happen, I think I'm okay either outcome of that game. But yeah, hoping for just 2 more really good football games before the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I'm excited. Again, I think both games are going to be great. I can see any of the 4 winning. So I think it should be a competitive weekend. And yeah, go Lions, go Chiefs. I really don't want to see a Ravens Niners bowl, even though just so many people predicted that.
Yeah.
Like that just seems too. I hope we get a little bit of a difference in who's going to be there. Maybe the Chiefs or Lions can pull it off.
Or both. Could we start the year? What is the percentage chance you guys give to starting the year how it began?
Well, we're going to have to ask the script writers because it seems they do have San Fran and Baltimore picked. But no, that'd be wild. That would be absolutely wild. It'd make for great content for 2 weeks leading up to it for us.
The real question is, what are we hammering for the Pro Bowl?
Oh my gosh.
Is that even bettable anymore?
It's like flag football or something. Yeah. We could bet on the dodgeball game.
Yeah. Dude, they never made overs high enough in the Pro Bowl. It was just easy. A public auto bet. It was like free money that they just give us every year.
Talk about a tax return, dude. Yeah. We ready to get into some plays?
Do it.
Let's do it.
Okay, before we do that, guys, head over to bettergreen.com so you guys can read all of our articles over there. We just had the conference championship games wrap up in the EFL. So go over there, read that. We got a whole bunch of bets. Noel just posted an article. That's for games tonight in the NBA. Make sure you guys go check that out. He's got 3 player props for you guys over there. Pick up some merch. We still got those Day One hoodies available if you guys want to go get one of those. Follow us on Sharps also. Use code BETT, BETT269. Get our plays that we're putting our money on. None of those plays there are not plays that we personally have money on. Those are plays that we are actively on. It's like a social media for sports bettors. It's free, guys. Download it. Get into the games. Who wants to start? Ethan?
Yeah, I'll start. Yeah, at least going to do one hockey, one NBA, and then my third one I can't quite decide, so I'm going to see how I'm feeling. I'll start in the NHL. This is a play I've already bet myself, tweeted it out. I'm going to take the Grand Salami under 36.5. For those that don't know, the Grand Salami is just the total goals scored in all games tonight. Basically, looking through the card, I like under in most of these games. So I think if I'm seeing it well, this should be a pretty low-scoring night. Wyatt, I know you're on a play in the NHL. I'm an under there. I'm on a different under for tonight. You can go over to my Twitter page, eBainbridge26. I have tweeted that one out. But yeah, I really just look around. I mean, the Blackhawks are under right now. The Sharks are under. Kings are not able to score. The Panthers are kind of going through it. Devils and Knights both have players out. Bruins and Jets, 2 great goaltenders. So yeah, if you add up all the total goals from what it's set at, I think it is 35. So naturally taking the under on the Grand Salami, you always do get like a goal and a half difference there. So yeah, I just really like unders in most of the games tonight. I don't think we're going to see a lot of goals. So I like the under 36.5 Grand Salami minus 104.
Yeah, I like that. That's not often you see so many games in the NHL. What are there, 5, 6 games? And I don't think one of them is at 6.5. They're all at 5.5 or 6 total goals. So yeah, that's fishy. I have 2 NHL plays, but I'm just going to kick off real quick with my one college basketball play. These teams are very well known. That is Arkansas Pine Bluff and Bethune-Cookman. Over of 160.5. College basketball, no idea who these teams are, but Yeah, they're both absolutely terrible. Both at the very bottom of Ken Palm's rankings. Um, Worst defenses you've ever seen. Unfortunately, they also have terrible offenses. But I think this is going to be an extremely back and forth game. I think that these two teams are at the same level, and that is dog shit. So I think they're just going to be very competitive back and forth. I really like the over. It's also the highest total of the day, which is kind of my strategy as well in all sports, taking the highest total and going over. So, yes, Arkansas, Pine Bluff, Bethune-Cookman, over 160.5 college basketball.
I'm just going to abbreviate those for the graphic because I don't even want to try spelling those guys. I'm taking Chicago, Vancouver over 5.5. It's at -144 where I found it. Most books are going to have it at 6, but if you can find it at 5.5, that's what I really like. Chicago right now, they're tied for third most goals allowed. They're only behind Columbus Blue Jackets and the Sharks. And if you guys watch tomorrow's episode of the 5-minute wager, which is me and Ethan's new hockey show, you guys will hear a little bit more about those two teams. Right now, it's getting 50% of the bets, but 84% of the money, so that does make me a little nervous. Vancouver is number 1 in goals per game. I just see this going over at 5.5. I really like that number. We were talking also on the show that going over 7's tough. 5.5, not as tough. Not as tough. I really like that line.
Yeah, I used to bet so many 5.5s under, which it's just scary. I mean, 6, yeah, Ben, like you said, I mean, 8 is hard to get to, 6 is hard not to get to.
Right.
So you feel like it always gets 6, 7 right in there. Yeah, that one can go over. I hope all the rest stay under, but we'll see how she goes.
Yeah.
And then Wyatt, just a quick touch on your play. Don't know anything about Bethune-Cook or whatever in Arkansas Pine Bluff. I do know Arkansas Pine Bluff has one of the sickest logos in all of sports, where the lion mane spells out UAPB, I believe, the University of Arkansas Pine Bluff. So, like the logo. But that's about all I know about that team. My second play, we'll go to the NBA. I'm looking at the Chicago Bulls plus 5.5 against the Phoenix Suns. Chicago just had one game at home over the weekend on Saturday. They beat the Grizzlies. Before that, they were on the road for 3 straight, and they're now heading back on the road for 3 straight. So I kind of like that they came home, took care of business on Saturday. To me, that just kind of feels like a game where they could have easily lost it. You know, get home, you only have a couple of days to like get some things right with, I don't know, your home, your groceries, your bills, stuff like that. So I think that was just kind of a game, seeing friends and family, a game that they could have lost. And the fact that they didn't shows me that they're playing pretty focused right now. I think they're going to bring that focus into this now 3-game road trip and, you know, try to get that road sweep before heading back home. And then on the flip side, the Suns are playing their 3rd game in 4 nights, including a back-to-back. They played the Pacers last night. It was at home, and they stay at home, so no travel involved for them, at least in the last 2 games. They were in New Orleans on Friday, so they did to travel over the weekend. But, yeah, Suns are kind of rolling right now. I just think the spot favors the Bulls here. Don't think it's a great spot for Phoenix. Phoenix also has a date with the Mavericks on deck in Dallas, so I think there could be a touch of a look-ahead spot there, and money is pouring in on Phoenix, and the line has actually moved down a half point in Chicago's favor. So I think Chicago's probably the sharp play tonight.
Why don't we have any audio for you, man?
Oh, there you go.
Anything?
Yep.
I got a phone call during that, and I think it screwed anything up. I like fading the Suns at all costs, so I'm all here for it. I'm gonna do my next 2 plays are in the same game. I'm just gonna rattle them both off. I like the Winnipeg Jets on the money line as the underdog, plus 110. They were earlier today against the Boston Bruins. I also like the under in this game at 5.5. Thought process here, I don't think Boston's all that great. And I know they have a decent record, but the Jets have a better record. I think the Jets have the better goalie this year. And both, I think both teams' best goalies are playing. So that adds more to the under. But Yeah, I think the Jets are just playing better hockey right now. I think they could win this like 2-1. Wouldn't be surprised if it's like a 1-0 type of game. I think it's gonna be extremely low scoring. Could even go to shootout, OT. But I think the Jets are going to get it done. They're just a better team. I'll take them out plus money, even though it's at Boston. I don't think that's going to matter a whole lot.
I like it, dude. I like it. I guess I'll do two more, and then Ethan will wrap up with you, man. I'm going to take the Vegas Golden Knights money line at plus 105. Both teams right now very banged up. Very banged up, so it's not like it really leans one way or the other. Vegas, though, they've been kind of turning it on. They've won their last 3 games, whereas looking at the Devils, they're in a rut, and they've only won 2 games in the last 2 weeks. This game is in Jersey, but I like the Knights to get it turned around. And I'm also on the Florida money line, which is minus 120. I think they're the better team, better goaltending. They have more injuries. I don't know, 4-game losing streak, but I don't think that matters. I think they get it done here. Very public, 90% of the bets, 98% of the money. So I'm not even going to say it's not a public bet. But I just really like Florida to get it done. I really like Florida in this one. Ethan, what do you think?
I think I am going to back you on the Vegas Golden Knights money line. Yeah, plus money here. Absolutely love it. Money's pouring in on New Jersey from what I can tell. And yeah, New Jersey, you mentioned it. They're just super banged up right now. They have been finding ways to win, although not lately. They've only won 2 of their last 7. So it's kind of fishy that they are the home favorite here, but it's got to be just because they are at home. But Vegas, first game of a road trip, they played their last, 5 games at home. Went 4-1 over that stretch. So I think they have a lot of momentum coming into this one. They have a 4-game road trip now, so always like that the road team to get off on a good foot with that first game. So yeah, I think at a plus price, I think Vegas is the better team at the moment. I think the Devils could ultimately be the better team once they get healthy again, but
Right.
I think right now Vegas is just better in a better spot. Plus money, I like it quite a bit.
Yeah. And when I was doing my picks, afterwards I got on Twitter, and I think I did see you have Florida the money line today too, right? You're also on Florida?
Yeah, I am. I forgot I was, but yeah, I am.
I saw that afterwards. I was like, okay, well, I'm doubling down on that pick now.
Yep. I forgot I had that.
Well, good, man. I'm glad. Oh, Asker. He jumped in. Asker, welcome back. We were talking about you before the show. We were hoping that you'd come back, man. Well, he was probably hoping we'd come back. We're glad to have you back, man. He says his worst bet's driving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm parked on the side of the road.
His wife's not driving, I'll tell you that much.
No.
I'll be dead.
And Chase.
The car wasn't working, but
that too.
Oh, why? Chase was giving us a shout out over on Facebook too, so thank you, Chase. Glad to help, buddy. Anything else that you guys have for today?
Yeah, allegedly I'm on the Panthers money line. I forgot all about that. But yeah, I do like that play too. I do have one other hockey play. Like I said, I tweeted it out. I would give it out here, but that'd be way too easy. Go check out eBamers26 on Twitter. It is tweeted out there. And then yeah, I'm still kind of digging through the NBA. Haven't quite decided if I'm going to play many tonight or not. So yeah, if you're following me, you'll get those messages when I tweet them out. So.
Asker says, sorry I was gone for so long. Asker, it wasn't you, man. It was us. It was us. 5 weeks off, man. The sports schedule at holidays did not work in our favor. We thought about going live last week, but we had been going head-to-head against Buffalo, and we didn't want any part of that. NFL is king, and that includes our show on YouTube. If you guys aren't following us and subscribed over on YouTube, make sure you guys subscribe. That little counter above my head, always get the wrong side. That side is 528, guys. If you subscribe, you guys will see that during the show go up. Aaron's has just jumped on. Good to see you guys. Aaron, good to see you too, man. Good to see you too. Thank you for hopping on with us, man. We're giving out tons of plays right now. I know me and Ethan, we've been really trying to pump out some premium plays for you guys. Ethan, do you know kind of what you're going to be covering this week, maybe?
In premium plays?
Yeah. What sports?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, obviously with the NFL winding down, it makes it tougher. The NFL is my wheelhouse. It's where I really feel the most confident giving out premium plays, but college basketball is finally starting to heat up for me a little bit, knock on wood. It's been a super up and down roller coaster this year. And hockey's kind of been a mess. In the NBA, I mean, I've been doing okay in it, but I don't know if I feel confident giving out premium plays in the NBA. So, yeah, we'll see how I feel about the NFL slate, the 2-game slate. If anything jumps out for me, I will try and make a premium play there. And then, yeah, probably college basketball would be my my next best premium plays.
Awesome, man. Asker says, I've been watching a lot of your videos, and they've been getting better each week. We appreciate it, man. We agree. Especially these lives are going to be more of kind of everything smashed together, but we're really starting to diversify now, guys. We've got all of our shows. We've got Intentional Lounging for football, Getting Technical college basketball, Power 5 college football, Tappy Vegas UFC, and now coming out tomorrow. First episode tomorrow, everybody. Hosted by Ethan up there in the corner with the crown, because that man is just absolutely killing it.
Not this weekend, but thank you.
Oh, he got to start heating up in hockey now. It's 5-minute wager. Sumo as well, he asks. If we do sumo, we'll have to that'll be wrapped up in Tapping Vegas, I would assume. You guys got anything else before we get out of here?
Yeah. Pumped to be back live again. Asker, thanks for hopping on. Aaron, thanks for hopping on. Everybody else, I'm only on the YouTube side right now, so that's all I can see in the comments. But everybody else who hopped on and joined us, thank you. We're back to every Monday going live for the most part, so we hope to see you in the coming weeks as well.
I'll add one more thing. I was doing some crazy parlays trying to get tickets to the Michigan game. Now I'm doing crazy parlays to try to get tickets to the Super Bowl, and I'm doing crazy parlays to fix a car. So there's gonna be a lot of crazy parlays, like $5 to win like 18,000. So one of them's gonna hit. I'm one parlay away.
Love that.
Your Detroit parlays, your Detroit bets though the other weekend. I mean, you won like everything, dude.
Yeah. There's been a couple good games. Unfortunately, it's just not super consistent. There's some that are like I lose every single leg in a 7-leg parlay, and so I'm not very consistent at the moment. But one parlay away. I got a 5-leg first basket score in the NBA tonight. I'm gonna be rich by tomorrow.
I love it, dude. Aaron says Lions Chiefs Super Bowl will be perfect for the big boys. It'd be perfect just the way it started, man. That would really be pretty insane. Wyatt, do you have your buddy with you right now?
I do. I don't know if you're going to be able to see him.
Hey, there he is.
The Bubba.
Hey, Bubba.
The brick.
Welcome to your first live performance there, my man.
He's doing really good. He's not potty trained, which is super annoying. He's everywhere except where he's supposed to, but he hasn't made a sound in here really. So, yeah, he's a good boy. He had a vet visit today, so he got a couple of vaccines, so he's a little tired.
Gotcha. He's a pod dog. He's welcome on the pod anytime, man. Guys, if you are also in the mood for a dog, make sure you guys head over to Bainbridge Labradoodles. They sell little Labradoodles over there, perfect family dogs for you guys. Let them know that the big guys sent you. They'll give you guys, I believe it's 10% off. Is that right, Ethan?
That's correct.
Man, 10% off a best friend. That's you can't buy that. You can't buy that anywhere else.
You can't. I tried in school. Never happened.
Leave the bets to us, and then you guys go get yourself a dog. And we'll see you guys the next episode. Peace, everybody.
Later, guys.
Hey, guys.